Hello and welcome to the next release of PerfectMIND, our August release. We're excited to bring new features. As always, PerfectMIND is a platform that helps with two product lines that we mainly focus on. One is called Social Site. It's a CMS quality marketing platform, allowing you to manage your website, allowing you to manage your social connections, and being able to do your marketing for you. Part of this release, we have one feature that we have added to the Cash Rewards. As you all know, Cash Rewards has been a great success within our own clients, and you have the ability to reward people for visiting your website, to join your website, to refer someone else to your business. And now in this release, we're happy to announce the next feature, which is allowing for you to reward your customers for purchasing things from you. So if I buy something from you, I want to make sure I give you some cash back so you can come back and buy more. We call that purchase rewards. So as you can see on the screen, you'll be able now to actually define what's the percentage of your sales that you would like to give back to your customers. Whether it's 2% or 5% or 10%, you'll be able to encourage your customers to come back for more. Many enterprise level companies, huge companies, they do that already. Like telecom, like Fido, they've got these Fido dollars, cash back. And we want to make sure that we bring that feature to small businesses. So with a Cash Rewards purchase, you're able to set that up. Every time someone visits your website, they'll be able to do a purchase and automatically see the cash that they will get back, so they can spend and come back and spend further with you. Isn't that a great feature? You like that? In this release, we have come up with a new module of the calendar called Schedule. We already had the Book Me application, where it takes your customers through a wizard, through steps, to easily booking them for different special events online, making sure the clients do not make mistakes. And we wanted to make that experience very simple and very easy for the clients, for the customers. So in this release, what we wanted to do, we wanted to do simple thing. The simple thing is this. I want to take your calendar, whether it's your classes schedule, whether it's your webinars, or your special events that you're having, I want to just take that, simply put it on your website. So people can find easily what are the things you have without any clutter. We didn't want to make sure to send them to your calendar where all the employees can see. We want to make sure that you put this on your website, the public can see, as well as your logged in members. It's called a schedule, and here it is. So basically it's a snapshot of your calendar. It only shows you the next 7 days, starting today. So if today is Tuesday, the first item you see is Tuesday. If tomorrow you come in here, you'll see Wednesday first. Are the things that your clients or your traffic is interested to see on your website. It easily highlights the first one, but it does allow you to also navigate to other days. So if you somebody want to look at your class schedules and go to your Wednesday class or Thursday webinar, they can easily click on it and go to that spot. So we thought to make this easy, it's great. Now we have your schedule online without any clutter. Now how do we make this even one step better? How do we make sure this schedule appears everywhere? Maybe you want a small version of the same thing on your home page, if scheduling is so important to you. So we have created something called embedding your schedule. So now we can embed your schedule on any web page, whether it's on your home page, on a full size, or a small version. You'll be able to go through and navigate through the days. If you're a multi-location business, with multi-sites, but you like to have all the schedules on one website for clients to be able to go through, we also have a pick list of all locations there. The great things about the all location picker is that you will not see it if you are a single location business, and it will disappear. Our goal has been always the UI. Our goal has been always the experience of going through scheduling a client for a meeting or for a class. We wanted to make sure that it's very simple, it's very easy, and everybody can do. Some great feature of this schedule is that it's not just a snapshot of your calendar. You can actually book right from here. So there's a link called Book. If you click on that, it actually takes you through your whole process of billing, charging the client for the event that you've specifically set it ahead of time, and will be able to take the clients through the Book Me and allowing them to pay for the event. And at the end of the Book Me process, what happens always? People are allowed to share that with their friends, bring them also to the event. One thing about PerfectMIND and social side is that we want to make sure everything is social. Every application we build, it's very much social. One more great feature of the schedule is the fact that it's mobile. So you can go right now to your BlackBerry or go to your iPhone or any Android phone and you'll see this beautiful schedule also as mobile. Your clients will be able, instead of installing a new app and going through your schedule, all they have to do is visit your website. It's very easy, it's very simple. You don't need to encourage people to go install an app first and then see my schedule. It's so much easier and so much better. You like this? Now, with embedding applications, which is our roadmap for all our applications, comes the ability to put your information all over the web. Where else do you like your class schedule to be? Where else do you want it to be? Do you like it to be on your Facebook pages? Sure. Would that be a nice place? So we can actually embed that on your Facebook page, as you can see here, and be able to go through your schedule and also book, pay for an event right from your Facebook page. Wow. So again, part of our roadmap is to improve our calendar. Part of event registration is obviously being able to pay for it. It's easy to book for an event, but I like to also get paid for it. Whether it's online, whether it's on mobile, whether it's on my Facebook page, but also in a fast environment, meaning like POS. If I have a POS application, I'm trying to sell a product quickly over the counter, I want to be able to get paid quickly right there and there. So when I'm booking people coming through an event, if it's a physical meetup, if it's a tournament, I also like to be able to do that. If it's a yoga class that people run in within the 5-10 minutes, and then they want to go to the class quickly, so you want to be able, in a fast environment, book these people for a class, charge them for the event, maybe sell them a mat or rent them something else, and then go to the next person. So what we've done for the first time in our calendar, we've added a new functionality that turns your calendar into a POS. Not only you're able to sell things from your product pages, your product applications, but you're actually able to sell your event right from there. So you basically get a class, put a price on it, $10, $15. You click on Pay Now, and what did it take you? Right to your POS. Okay, so now I'm standing right here. I just sold Johnny to get into the tournament, and he's there, but he also wants to buy some other things. So now I can just click away to product page. The PM2, the PerfectMIND, will remember who this person is, what is he trying to buy. I can sell him something else right from here. It'll add it to the shopping cart. It doesn't forget the event. Now I can collect cash, check, or credit card, process this individual, complete, and that's it. So a fast environment Not only making a sale of a product, but also selling an event. And now when you go back to that individual or to that event, you see one person's been entered, is already paid, so I can go to the next person and immediately enter that person and make the next second sales, and again, the same process will repeat. So our calendar all of a sudden has become 100% more powerful. It allows you to book your employees for events. It allows you, your customers, to book them for events. It allows your customer to do this self-service themselves through the schedule, as well as allowing you to do this in a fast environment. So in case of tournaments, again, physical meetups, this is a good feature to be able to run all your event registration. And thank you.
One of the great new features with the August release 2011 in PerfectMIND is templates on the browser. Now, we brought you the clone feature earlier. The clone feature allowed you to quickly enter data when you had two records that were the same. Example, you sign up a brother and a sister to an event. Well, why would you bother to write the same last name twice, the same address twice, the same phone number twice? Well, we've taken that a step further. We've created what's called templates. It's not when you're cloning two like records, but it's when you're entering data that is entered the same way each and every time. A good example could be when you're entering a new contact that is in the city where the most of your contacts exist. So perhaps it was a phone call that came in. You want to take the person's name quickly. You want to find out how they heard of you quickly. And you also know they're in your city, so you have to enter that quickly. If you write this data down on a piece of paper and then get interrupted, there's a percentage that you're not going to be able to have that information entered in the system. It could get lost. But with the templates, the data entry is so quick that you can do it on a phone call, on a minute's notice, and you can do it without error. How it works is as follows. Whenever you're entering a new record, it could be a contact, it could be a product, it could be anything in the database, you simply go to the templates. If you have one that's there already, you pick it. Now, what this template can do is populate any field. So the examples we gave earlier could be perhaps that the first contact method was by telephone. The city was in Burnaby. The date was today. Now, you can also go in and customize other templates for any purpose. They say that when you're doing data entry, as long as there's a human involved, there's human error. Well, with the template feature, we're trying to eliminate that. So if I wanted to create a brand new template, I simply create new template, and from there, I can pre-populate any data. Well, actually, I'd give it a name first, but I can pre-populate any data I wish. But here's a really cool function. It has this dynamic insert feature. So for example, if I'm working with a date field and I always want it to default to today, then I can have it as today for the field, and then from there it's always going to put in today's date. Now let's say you have a practice where you always want to follow up with a new contact exactly 1 week from the first time you spoke to them. You could also say N days from now, or 7 days from now, or next week. So that way when you're entering this template, not only are you making sure that you're entering the data correctly, not only are you doing it extremely rapidly, but you're also following the processes that might be a big part of the methodology of running your business. As you know, when you're managing a sales staff, it's important that follow-ups don't get missed and that they're done within the sales process that you train them on. Well, with a product like this, with PerfectMIND, you have the ability to let the software point the salesperson in the right direction by using the general template entry, so that way the follow-up takes place at the right time to the right person without any error. Another improvement that's been released with the August 2011 PerfectMIND release is an expansion on the Forms feature. Now, if you're not familiar with the Forms feature, let me quickly paraphrase it for you. Inside the software, you can create any info capture form you wish and place it online on any page you want. A website, a blog, your Facebook channels, your social channels, whatever it is you would like to put this form on, you can do so to generate new contacts and new records into your database. Now, here's what's really cool about it. Most software companies that release a technology like this actually have it as a separate database, and they charge you separately for it. You might have heard of FormStack. However, with PerfectMIND, it's all built in. So like a separate application that you would pay money just to build forms that won't even connect to your database, they'll just send you an email and then you got to copy and paste that information in. This actually feeds the data right into your database, okay? What that means is now you can trigger automated emails. You can trigger statistics on what forms are being filled out and why. every single form you can create can be connected to a campaign. So if you put a form on your Facebook page, the campaign you can connect to it could be the Facebook campaign. From there, you know every time a new form is filled out from the Facebook page where the person came from. You might follow up with them in a different manner if you know they came from a social channel versus if they came from your homepage. And further to that, if you can't get to the phone every single time to call your brand new contacts, the email can be specific based on the campaign. So if someone fills out Form A and they're a certain kind of person, email A goes out. If someone like Form B is filled out, email B will go out. So this has become one of the more popular features in PerfectMIND, and our users provide amazing feedback about how we can improve it, so we delivered. So what we've done this iteration is we've released the ability to have a new style of form. The original forms looked something like this. You could create the form, it was easy, you could customize the title, customize the description, you could even customize what was on the button to make your call to action more dramatic. However, as you can see, the form is dominating the bulk of the page and it doesn't fit easily into a web page. You actually could do it if you know how to change pixel sizes and things like that, but not everybody is a webmaster. So we built a new stock version of the forms. Check it out. So as you can see here, our summer special example form in the top right is beautifully embedded into the page seamlessly. It looks like it's part of the web page. And further to that, the labels for each field are stored right inside the field where you would enter it. They disappear really nicely as you're filling out the form. And again, you can customize the name of the form, the description of the form, as well as even the button. And last but not least, all the great analytics, all the great automated workflow emails are still connected to the forms. Make sure you check out the brand new forms from PerfectMIND. It's hard to believe that was only 2 months ago that we released the Lounge, our newest social app from the PerfectMIND app series. Now, if you're not familiar with the Lounge, we had this ideology that there's a lot of people who have websites that they need to have social interaction on to provide peer-to-peer recommendation. However, the problem with those websites is they had social links on them that would take people away from the website into a different browser tab where they would be brought to a place of distraction. As you know, Facebook notifies you whenever you have a new friend request or a new notification, and there's targeted ads down the side banner, which typically take the attention span away from your consumer onto something else. So we decided we would invent this social wall that you could plug right onto your website or your blog, and it would actually integrate with your Facebook page to bring the conversation to your website. We guessed right. In 2 short months, we've experienced the highest adoption rate of any feature in 10 years of developing software that we've ever developed. The Lounge is the hottest app out right now. And as a result of our wonderful clients that provided us with the feedback that it was time to make the Lounge mobile, we decided to deliver again. Check it out. The Lounge is now 100% mobile. Androids, Blackberries, iPhones, any type of smartphone can now run the Lounge. The beautiful part about it is it's not just a social wall, it's so much more than that. It provides you with blogs, questions. For example, if I click on the questions tab, not only am I able to view questions that were previously asked, but I can also mention that I have that question too. I can also vote on answers so that as people are taking a bus, waiting for a coffee, or doing whatever it is they have when they have their mobile phone, they can actually improve your website with user-driven content voted by the masses. The peer-to-peer recommendations will be amplified, and so will your sales. If we click on any of the regular posts, you'll see that these posts are just like any other post you would find on a social channel. You can make a post and you can comment on it. The beautiful part is in the back end, you determine, do these posts go to Facebook? Do they come from Facebook? Or should we just do it real nice and have it 2 ways? Either way, you've got the power to control how you want your social interaction to work, how you want the traffic to be funneled, and it all is optimized now on the mobile web. Check out the Lounge from PerfectMIND. In the world of membership-based businesses, PerfectMIND was one of the pioneers when it came to attendance and attendance automation. It's hard to believe that over 12 years ago, we actually invented a program called Talking Attendance that as attendance was taken with an ID scanned barcode or identification card of any type, the software would actually talk to you. It would actually talk to the staff members that were managing the people that were coming into an event or a class. Well, today, the world has changed quite a bit, and we have changed the features quite a bit to match it. For example, we now have a tenant scanning available on the browser. The way it works is you choose whichever event that you would like to scan for, and by going into the event, the scanner will work. Now, this seems like it's a simple feature, but listen up a second. There's some pretty cool stuff in the back end. As you know, PerfectMIND has got intelligence behind it that will decide, based on if you have multiple appointments at one time, which appointment the member should be attending to. So for example, you have someone who is aged 15 years old and they're level 2 out of 5 levels of potential classes that you offer. If they come in and there's 2 classes at the same time, one's a level 4 and one's a level 2, it will know to put the person in that class. That's easy. But life isn't always easy. Sometimes people come in and they could be matched for either one of the events that are happening at the same time. So what do? You simply pick the event and you scan their card. It'll automatically feed them in. Now, for some of us who run businesses that have high traffic and they don't always have an opportunity to govern that traffic to scan in, not everyone listens and does that on time, you can also do this at the end of the night. Previously, if you were to scan a card, it would look for a makeup class at the end of a day or a makeup event or a makeup appointment. Now, you can actually pick whichever event you'd like to scan into and populate that event with whoever attended to it, even if it's the next day, the next week, making your attendance entry extremely easy. Now, beyond that, any type of device that can connect to a keyboard can now scan for attendance. So picture you're in a situation where you're at an off-site meetup. You've got people coming from all different types of areas, you're trying to manage the traffic flow, and you don't want to sit there and try and remember names, which can be an embarrassing thing. Simply remind them to bring their ID cards, which can be produced right through the software, or if you want to go third party and get professional ID tags, you can do that as well. As long as they bring them to the event, you simply open it up, you scan it, and adds them in. The beautiful part about this is it triggers all the great automation that you might not already be aware of, such as what are their attendance ratings, if you track attendance on a regular basis, should they receive an email thanking them for coming to the event, should they receive an email saying it's too bad that they didn't come to the event. All of that great workflow that is built in the PerfectMIND platform and engine is all accessible through the new the new scanning on the browser. Make sure you check it out.